Welcome to episode 10 of 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Winters Herzog.
Holla.
And a really special guest today. I'm really excited to have you here in the studio. We've been friends for quite a while. You are my reality TV sister, Nicole DiNonno.
Yay!
Hi, thanks for
that
having
was so
me.
nice.
I know, that was really nice.
We've been talking about reality TV since the day we met.
Yes.
And when I met you, I found out that you like Teen Mom, and I knew that we were going to be together forever.
I feel like one of the first things you said to me was, "Can I add you to my group?" And I was like,
I believe
do
that.
That sounds exactly right, actually.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it was like probably the third sentence out of your mouth.
And then you took me very seriously, thank God. And I found out that you also 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh my God.
And it's like Teen Mom, 90 Day Fiancé, like we are perfect. This is going to last forever. Yeah.
You were meant to be.
And here we are, finally, years later, you're on the podcast, and I'm so happy to have you. Very exciting.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
We're here to talk about season 6, Where the Truth Lies.
Yes.
So this is a pretty big episode. There's a lot of meat on this one, but there's a lot of meat on every 90 Day
there is
episode, because
there's more meat for different people here than usual.
Absolutely, the episodes are so long that I have to take a vacation to watch these episodes.
Yeah, they are pretty long.
You don't realize it until you're sitting and really trying to pay attention and take notes.
It's true.
My mom watches it and she just breezes by it. She's like, "Oh, did you watch it?" And I'm like, "No," because when I watch it, I need to get all of my tools together. I need to sit, I need to watch, I need to have the remote, I need to pause, I need to play, I need to close caption, I need to take notes. It's not what you think it is. This job is very hard.
It's really taxing on you. I could tell.
I'm like a scientist.
I know. You're also a doctor.
I'm not a doctor, so just throwing that out there. We're going to start with Eric and Leida.
Oh, God.
So something that I don't know if you guys knew about, but a little bit of backstory. Apparently it was Tasha's apartment that she let Eric live in when he was homeless.
No.
Yes. And that kind of changes.
Kidding me?
Yes. So Eric was homeless. He was sleeping in his car, even though he had a full-time job. I think Eric's I think he's just a strange man.
I have to tell you, I already felt bad for Tasha before even knowing that.
Right.
Now knowing that, that's sending me over the edge.
So before knowing that, I kind of was like, I hate them all equally.
No, I hate Leida probably more than anybody else on the show.
Same.
Cannot stand her.
But I don't like Tasha either, though. I don't feel at all bad for his kids.
I do. I feel bad for Tasha.
They belong in a cage.
No, there's
something wrong with them.
I feel bad for them, but I'm not saying that there's not something wrong.
No, but she's a bitch.
No,
Tasha.
Listen, I got to tell you,
nice.
they're all off.
No, there's something wrong with them.
Whether she's a bitch or not, they're all off. So in this episode, he goes to dinner with his daughters, and Tasha's like, "Listen, I have a place for now, but I'm living with 8 people."
I know. Yeah. She's like, "I don't know how long that's going to last, but listen to me." When he got there and he stood up and his little daughter stood up to let him in the booth, she moaned at him like a motherfucking cave woman.
Yeah, she rolled her eyes.
She was like, meh. And I'm like, what is happening right now? What is wrong with these people?
I know.
There's something wrong with them.
Can I tell you that one? The youngest daughter, her name's Jenica, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every time I see her, I feel like I hear bop in my head. She looks like a
very
Hanson.
Hanson.
She looks like a
She's
Hanson
the 4th
brother.
Hanson brother.
Yeah. And I just
good.
hear that rendition in my head. I'm like, oh my God, this is happening.
So maybe that's what she was doing when he got into the booth.
I don't know. When she
do you
was
think
outside,
that's what it was? Wait, can you just make that noise again? What did she do?
Maybe
she said
that was accurate.
Bop,
yeah.
bop,
yeah,
bop,
and she got
bop,
maybe.
Bop. Could that be a?
She maybe just got cut off.
Yeah, maybe she was just bop.
I'm thinking no. I think there's something wrong with them.
Okay.
No, you don't think she was just trying to find the note?
Okay.
She was sitting there and her eyes were just closed.
The
whole
oldest
time
girl
while talking.
also seems.
Oh my God, Tennille.
Tennille, yes.
The names are very strange.
Yeah.
So it's Tennille, Tasha, and
Jenica.
Okay.
But she seems off too.
She looks like she's never seen outside.
Exactly. Yeah. And just the way that she speaks like a robot. And then the phrases she used, she said something like, "This situation with Tasha is really rubbing up against me the wrong way."
I wish you guys saw her eyes.
I can't not do it without feeling like I'm embracing exactly who she is.
Oh man. So Eric says something that's very sad.
What?
He said, Leida's my last shot at love.
I don't know.
Oh
why.
yeah, I'm like, he's 40, right?
Not
Is he 40?
even
Question mark. And he says he's 40.
Like,
does he? Is it 40? I thought it was like 38 or something.
No, it's
he
40.
was trying to say.
It's 40.
Oh, okay.
He says 40.
Because why is she his last shot at love?
That's it.
I know.
Do you know how many rejects are in America? He doesn't have to go.
Do you know how many more women he could find on that website?
Right.
Oh my god.
That would be more grateful for sleeping on not a bed.
Listen, Larissa would have sexed him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would. Yeah, they would have been made a better couple.
Yeah.
So he wants the girls at the wedding.
Did you notice that everything he said was for me, for me, for me, for me? Please try for me. This is really important for me. I really need you to be there. I need this for me. Like everything, like not once was he worried about like how the girls are being
But
affected.
he's not. Of course, he's not worried about how the girls are being affected. Look at what he brought into his life.
But I understand that, but I can't stand how helpless he acts. Like he made a comment that said something like, "I had no control over how it played out."
Yeah.
You're the only one in the situation
yeah,
that
you have
should
all
have
control.
control.
Yeah.
You have
over it.
all the control.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he is just. He's not great. He's not a man. He's spineless.
He's desperate. That's the problem. He's so desperate that he's willing to give up his children.
Right. That's what I said.
Woman.
He said,
Yeah.
"Leida's my last shot at love." Like who says that? Who even? That's sad. That's just. I don't know.
It is sad,
makes me
but there's more to him that we don't see.
Yeah,
for him
I'm
to
sure.
be like
I'm
this.
sure.
Yeah.
So now Leida's gonna get her makeup trial, and
brings
Oh
her
my
son?
god.
nobody wants to go with her.
Yeah, I loved how she made that comment. Eric's daughter just stopped talking to me.
Okay, but
so-
who would want to go with you? You kicked her out of the apartment.
You're
You're not
mean.
nice to them. You told her you hated her.
I want to know why she has a different accent.
Okay,
in
so
every scene.
here,
Yeah.
this is really. I think that in this scene, we really she showcased her English accent,
Yeah.
which was different. I don't know if it's an English. There's a little bit of Australian in there. It's really this beautiful new voice that she has, and her voice is awfully annoying.
I know.
more than ever.
I don't understand
She
this
chooses
accent.
Yeah, we don't really know. Maybe she was auditioning for Oliver and she was doing like what's it called when you method acting.
Oh yeah.
Maybe she was a method
All
actress.
right, maybe.
Really embracing.
And she was trying to get into character. I heard that that's what she was doing actually.
But you know what's sad is the makeup lady is the only person she has to talk to.
I know. Well, when she was in Oliver, when she was auditioning, she actually they needed some orphans, so they had Eric's kids come and play. They're all in the play together.
Okay.
So that's when they don't come to her wedding, it's more than just her stepkids not coming, it's also her coworkers and castmates
Right.
not supporting her.
Right.
So that was something. The smoky eye that she chose was a little heavy for a wedding.
It was for a wedding, but I will say overall,
She
I
looked
thought
good.
the makeup looked great.
I thought the makeup looked
I don't know
great,
if it's
too.
the best wedding look because it looked more like a nighttime.
Yeah, it was
I
like
don't know. I had a super smoky eye.
Your
for
eye
my
was not
wedding,
that dark.
thought.
I
smoky.
love smoky eyes.
So do
I'm
I.
a big fan of
So
smoky
do
eyes
I.
and the lighter lip.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of
That's
that
my
look.
favorite look.
Me too.
Oh no, same.
So
but
I'm
I just
partial
thought
to that.
But
I thought
that
for her it was
purple lip looked good on her. That doesn't look good on most people. It looks good on you,
Thank
Tracey.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
saying
You
that.
can pull off a lot.
But
Thank you
and
so- oh my
she's
God.
like, here's the thing. Like, I have a whole lip treatment center
Right.
right next to me.
oh my
because-
god, me too.
See, I have very chapped lips at all times.
Same.
Her lips, I've never seen anything.
They are
like
the most
that.
chapped thing I've ever seen in my
But
life.
on the inside,
Yeah, so her lipstick wears out like she is like sucking
Like the
something.
Crypt Keeper.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening there. But see, the thing is, it's hard for her. And she's talking to the makeup artist and she's confiding. But she had a whole team of makeup artists and stylists back in Indonesia.
Right.
So for her to just have one makeup artist here,
It's just so hard.
confusing
Yeah,
to her.
it's just so
well, first
hard.
of all, that poor makeup artist had no idea what she was in for when she sat
she
down.
was like,
right?
wait a minute,
She was like,
I just thought I was going to do the makeup on TV.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
In Indonesia, she probably only has like $5 American total. It just probably equals like $1 billion in Indonesia. You know?
I
Possibly.
can't for the life of me figure out. Like, I understand she works in the medical field, whatever.
Does she?
That isn't that what she always says?
Yeah.
Well, she says that she has a medical degree, or she went to
No,
medical
but
school.
sometimes she says that she was in the medical field in Indonesia and she left it for him, but then she says she's coming here for it. So
right,
it
because she has better
changes.
opportunity
Yes.
here with. But here's my thing: is like I don't understand in what world do you have like you have all this money, you have a team of people waiting on you hand and foot.
I mean, they live in a factory, though. Did you see her house?
Oh
it looks
my
like
God,
a basement.
They lived in
yeah.
It looks like a
factory
bomb shelter.
with the
Yeah.
cathedral on the ceiling.
Because I'm just like the way she talks about her life in Indonesia. It's like if you love your life there so much, why? Yeah,
there's a reason she's here.
Yeah. Well, she wasn't. We found out that she was not in love with her ex, and we also find out that she really needs an eyebrow wax.
Well, we found out that she wasn't in love with her. We found out that she wasn't in love with her ex because it took her apparently longer than 7 days to fall in love with her ex. It only took 7 days with Eric.
That's true.
So that's how she knows she's really in love now.
She needs a lip wax really bad.
She said that she wishes she could take her time and get a single guy.
Yeah. I mean,
what?
I don't know.
As you get your wedding makeup done. What?
Right.
She's so wonderful, you know? She's a real gem,
that one's the catch.
And then, you know what happens? They wind up in the park, like everyone else.
Oh, I know.
Everyone else goes to the park.
Let's go sit.
So, 50-50, she said that she'll marry him.
Yeah. And that was how many days before the wedding? Wasn't it like 2 days before the wedding?
She has all the power in the relationship, and she certainly takes advantage of that. And that's what makes me feel bad for Eric. But also, be a man, get your power.
Well, she's unraveling. So, they're in the park.
As always, everyone talks in the park in these shows.
This they must have such a low budget for locations that they're just like, can we all just go to the park?
They can't even go get coffee.
No, because they can't even get the permits to film inside of a coffee shop. So this is her quote. Why are there so many bugs? Ugh, it's dirty.
Oh, I love that. As the background looks like they're walking through a forest.
He's like, because they keep nature here.
In a park. That's Leida in a park.
Right.
So also... Eric says something very scary.
What?
This is a quote. You're my immediate family now.
Okay, I didn't catch that. I'm not going to lie to you, but
God.
I don't feel good about it.
And he doesn't blame her for anything that she's said.
No, that's the thing. He doesn't hold her accountable for anything.
For nothing.
Oh.
And as soon as he even tries to, she's going to hop on a plane.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
You don't think so?
I think she would. I think she's
she would.
close to wanting. I think she's close to leaving.
Okay, I think
she would, and I think even just to like prove a point, like I feel like that's what she's going to hold over his head for forever. You better play by my rules, or I'm hopping on a plane. And the second she might come back, but she's going to do it to kind of like.
So this is kind of my take on this. The 90-day visa, the K-1 visa, is a really hard process, right? So when you get approved for that, you can't just get. So now she got approved for it with Eric. She's here, obviously. If things don't work out with Eric and she goes back to Indonesia, she would have to find another man from America.
But no, she can't come back. I don't think.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you can't come back or if you can't just keep getting approved for K-1 visas with different people.
No, but I'm saying what I think she would do is I think that she would not divorce him or anything like that. I think she'd hop on a plane and go back to Indonesia and make him beg to have her come back because he doesn't want the marriage to fail. And
then he can't afford to bring her back.
Or she would pretend that she went.
Yeah, he can't afford to get her back. Like, the bottom line is that there's no money. There's no money unless her parents pay
that
it.
Is so emotionally abusive. Like, the way she holds that over his head. I understand that
she's not going anywhere.
Like lame and whatever. He lets her walk all over him. But what she's doing is wrong. Well, by saying like, I'll leave.
Right.
You're really torturing this poor guy.
Right. But now Eric said, if they're talking about Tasha coming to the wedding, right?
Right.
And Eric said, if Tasha comes to the wedding, don't worry, she'll be in the background.
And then Leida responded with, well, I could always just leave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's
she points out that he's chosen her.
Yeah.
And you know what? She has an orange tooth.
Does she?
Mm-hmm. She has an orange tooth. Well, you know.
Listen, I got for my room recently a 4K TV. I've noticed so many different colors.
Amazing.
The colors on these people that I've noticed, I've never seen anything like this before. I think Leida's just the devil.
Yeah, she is.
And I don't even think that's what they make her out to be. I think that's truly who she is. Because, sometimes they probably try to make these people out to be something. She is.
You can't edit this one.
Yeah. No, and she's got no shame about it either. She doesn't she doesn't care. But
she embraces it.
I gotta tell you, I mean, I feel really bad for the kids just because I feel like they're like the victim of the circumstance or whatever, but I kind of feel like Eric deserves what he gets.
If I was his ex-wife, though, I would kick her
ass. My God.
But why is she so nice, his ex-wife?
Because she just wants everyone to be happy. I really think she's like the peacemaker. I think she's gonna reach her breaking point though, or maybe she already has. Maybe they fought in real life.
I'm interested if all 3 kids are from that ex-wife.
Yeah.
They are, right?
Yeah.
Because he made it sound like he made decisions, he said, for the last 2 decades based on the kids, and now this is my last shot at love. So, like, were things that bad between... Because, I mean...
No, he's saying that he stayed with her for so long.
Right, but Jenica's significantly younger than the other 2, isn't she?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean... What does that mean?
I know, but I don't know. I just think it's...
There's accident children all the time. And also, he wanted a family. Yeah. And she wanted a family.
All he wants is to be loved. And I have to tell you, there are people out there who would love him genuinely. I know that he's whatever, but there are people out there who really would love him genuinely. And I wish that he would see that.
There's a lid for every pot, Eric.
Right.
This is not your lid. Your pot is boiling over.
Yes.
Do you guys have anything else on Erica and Leida?
That was it for me.
Cool. Let's move on to Olga and Steven.
Okay.
Little baby Richie got his American passport. So now we're going to go meet with Anna.
That apartment's so cute.
Okay. It's so cute.
I love Anna.
I love Anna. She's real. She's nice.
She's a no bullshit bitch. She is.
She's really nice.
She's super nice. Yeah. Her cabinets and backsplash were so busy.
Backsplash, though, I love it.
Oh my god, I felt like I had to lay down when I watched it. When I looked at it,
it was very shining.
Too busy.
No, okay. You like everything very plain.
I do.
I mean, from food to clothes to everything.
To life,
you like
I'm
plain.
bland.
Yeah,
you are very vanilla. Vanilla is your favorite
flavor.
Right. She is a very
no
plain
toppings
person. I love the backsplash a lot.
But you also like toppings on your froyo.
Okay. Not as much as Matthew does, but that's a horse of another color. We spoke about that last week.
Nicole, do you like toppings on your froyo?
I do.
What do you like on your froyo? Okay, first of all, real quick, we'll take a little break. What flavor are you getting?
Best cup of froyo from top to bottom.
Right.
Let's go.
Oh my
Ideal.
God. This
Money is no object.
Money is no object because they go by the ounce. It's expensive.
Listen, I don't know. I mean, what
Dream
I don't know
froyo.
what the selection is at the
anything.
place.
What's your favorite flavor?
They're gonna make it for you. You tell them.
Oh my god, I would want like cannoli flavored froyo.
Okay,
with like chocolate chips and the hot fudge and like whipped cream and cherries on top. Like I like everything.
I mean, that's pretty vanilla though too.
Is it?
Yeah.
What else would you get? I love shredded coconut. I'd throw some of that.
I love shredded coconut. I get pistachio and chocolate.
I love pistachio.
Cheesecake pieces. I love pistachio. Cheesecake pieces. Edible cookie dough.
Right.
Yes.
So hot fudge, whipped cream.
Right. So Noelle last week was like, the frozen yogurt place I go, it really doesn't even have a lot of sugar in it. And then I get cookie dough, chocolate pieces.
I said the toppings, but I said the toppings are what has the most sugar.
So
but
funny.
Tracy knows everything, so like you can't dispute against her because she's
it.
like, no, I know, and it's like you've never even stepped foot in there one time ever.
And she's
but
ready to take you down.
She knows.
Taking you down. Taking you down.
I also
down to
love
Chinatown.
I love when places have like the peanut butter sauce topping. But it's like I feel like you
So
have to
does
be
Matt.
selective on what that goes on.
See, I used to love peanut butter a lot. I've kind of lost my taste for it.
I don't like peanut butter at all.
You've never liked peanut
No.
butter.
Even the smell of it kind of makes me.
Really?
Maybe I'm fake allergic to it. Who knows?
Maybe you are.
Every time I eat it, I'm like, I'm gonna be allergic to it. I have a nut allergy.
Yeah, I'm like,
but I don't.
I'm not
Ever.
interested
I can
in
feel
this.
it developing right now.
So Olga's scared that Steven's gonna take Richie.
I mean, Steven should really stop saying
I
it.
mean,
It's very
rightfully
mean.
so.
Right, but Anna brings up a really interesting point.
What?
She's like, do you think that he applied for the K1 visa at all?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I never would have even thought that.
Me either.
Yeah.
And that's why I will tell you, that's why I really like Anna.
Yeah.
I think she's such a good friend to Olga because even a lot of people, when they're sitting with their best friend, a lot of times they try to just like make their friend feel
Right, like
better,
smooth it over.
comfort them.
Sure.
She doesn't do that. She like lays it out there and she's really looking out for her best interest.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really like Anna also because like her friend comes over and they have a healthy snack.
They
Yeah,
did.
she's slicing cucumbers.
I've never been like, Tracy, come over, let's have a salad. I'm like, Tracy, come over, let's eat 4 pizzas.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, okay, I'll eat 3 of them. That's fine. So Anna decides that she's going to watch the baby, which is super nice.
Yeah.
And Steven has a secret.
Yep.
Dum, dum, dum. He did not apply for the visa when he told her that he did. He applied when he got to Russia. So he lied about when he applied.
That's really mean.
Yeah.
It's so mean.
Well,
Yeah.
it's it's mean that he lied. I understand why he did it, but just
why lie?
Communicate that with her.
Well, because I feel like then he was dicking her around, and that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like when someone plays me for like a fool. I understand why.
I think he regretted it.
He did regret it, and you know
Which
what?
is
He
why
was very nice to her in this.
He was very nice to her because he
Yeah.
was guilty.
But like when he said, like, just being here, like, I've grown to love you so much. Blah, blah, that was a really nice scene.
I hope that he's
Yeah.
getting
like
better,
that.
but we'll see.
How do you guys feel about the two of them?
don't
Like
love
individually.
I think she's lovely.
She's
I like
wonderful.
Olga a lot.
Yeah, I think she's
and
lovely.
Steven, I feel like I go back and forth on. Like I want to like
So
him,
do I.
but I don't
So
fully
do I.
trust him.
I don't fully trust him. I think that he means well. I think he thinks he's doing the
Yeah.
right thing.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think his intentions are bad, but he is an asshole sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He really is. And she's had such a bad life, and it's amazing how great she is.
Yes.
for
Yeah,
having
I
such a
Well,
good
agree.
life.
he's super sweet because he's going to let her keep the baby.
Oh my god!
While
I
he
can't.
goes
I'm
to.
gonna let
How
you
sweet.
Keep the baby. Thanks
So
for letting
Olga
me
gets
the
to keep
baby that just
Richie.
tore up myself. Right, thank you.
And then he proposes.
In a park, of course.
Listen,
like,
he
let's
had
point
big
out.
plans. They couldn't get clearance to shoot.
Right.
They were like, all right, so here are your options. You want to propose. Do you want to do it in the park or on the sidewalk or the park
Or in her shared room. I mean, I don't even know what was up with
in
her
the hostel
apartment.
that they live in? There has to be some good stuff that we don't see
Sure there is.
because for her to be excited about the proposal.
was
Can I
so
just tell
happy.
you, her reaction was so adorable. I
Yeah.
thought,
know.
and I will say this: I think that's the most emotion, especially happy emotion, that I've ever seen come out of a
Yeah.
Russian woman.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're so right.
They're
right.
always
That.
so stoic. And like,
Serious.
I'm like, oh man, she is thrilled.
No,
Yeah.
it's true. I live in like a super Russian neighborhood.
Yeah.
And like it'll be like a monsoon outside. And I'll say to like a woman in the grocery store, like, oh, it's nasty outside. She's like, yes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like they're so, you're
It's
right,
factual.
stoic and factual.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a ballroom dancer. I teach with like, I have a bunch of colleagues that have been Russian friends, all that stuff, because that's big over there. And they're always
They're
like
so tough.
Yeah,
I love it.
Me
My
too.
friend Gary, his grandmother lives in Russia, and he says she has wooden teeth.
Oh
I
man,
can't get over it.
I love looking at Tracy's
That's what they
face right
do
now
in
as she's
Russia.
trying.
Wow, it's so porous.
Yeah, she has wooden teeth because he said one of his grandmothers, because we were talking about teeth extractions, and he's saying that his grandmother had all gold teeth. And I'm like, she should be in like a Little John video. That's pretty cool. And then he's like, my other grandmother, she's older. She has all wooden teeth.
Well, that was her anniversary. It was when his other grandmother got hers. It was her 50th anniversary.
But you're right, so porous.
I know, that was such a great word to
Oh
throw
my god!
out.
Do you think that she like gargles with like old English? not the 40 with the polish.
It's so funny. Yeah, George Washington had wooden teeth, didn't he?
I guess.
Yeah, that was the thing.
That was a longer time ago than now.
A little bit.
So, do you guys have anything else about Olga and Steven?
The last thing I wrote was he proposes.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to fan faves, Kaylani and Asuelo.
I hate her more than anyone.
Really?
The most.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, I was gonna before when you said Leida, I said yeah, but that's a lie. It's her family. Her family, Kaylani's whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate them
Lida's
all.
family is very nice.
That's the thing. Kaylani as a whole, the family, they're the meanest
They attack.
people ever.
They really
They're
attack.
so mean.
They do attack.
I don't know. I don't know. They don't bother me that much.
I
Her
can't
sister
believe-
cries
I
when
feel
the
like
mail
we don't
comes.
agree about any of these people, Nicole.
Oh my god.
well, I thought we
Noelle,
did
you
about
just got
Leida, and
so
now-
serious. Like I thought you were gonna hit her.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
First and last time on
Over
the podcast.
Kalani.
So they get out of the car. They've just driven from Utah to Cali, right? To their Airbnb, obviously.
First of all, I have to stop you right there
Yeah.
because I have a problem with as soon as they got out of the car.
They get out of the car.
I cannot look at Asuelo's knee
Feet.
tattoos.
Okay.
Like I can't.
They get out of the car, Nicole. They just got it. They have no shoes on.
Yeah.
It's like she's adapting to island
It's
lifestyle.
like they're all in Sama.
It's like they're,
Sama.
it's like they're all in some. He's really rubbing off on her. So the tattoos.
Of course, they have to go to another Airbnb though. She still has no job.
She has no job. She has Airbnb money coming out the wazoo, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Right.
So the traditional tattoos is smois. Nicole, I'm sorry that you're being so racist on the podcast, but
I figured it was something cultural, but I just feel like it always throws me off because he'll wear shorts that are ended above it, and then I see them and I'm like, is it part because they're so pronounced?
Sure. Do you watch any basketball?
No.
Okay,
I'm a baseball
Did you ever
girl.
see like guys, they wear like these tights underneath their shorts sometimes?
Yes.
That come down a little bit more?
Yes.
They're actually trying to emulate a Samoan man when they do that.
Somewhat, man.
I feel like, is this legit? Because
this
I feel
might be
like
an alternative fact.
No,
I feel like I feel like you're trying to convince me into a story that I'm going to go out later and tell to other people, and then everyone's going to be like, "Did you see that idiot here talking about?"
Yeah, just don't go by anything.
That was a Snapple fact. So there's 2 days into the wedding. They have no clothes for Asuelo, no clothes for the baby.
Right.
Maybe.
Well, she didn't know if she wanted to marry him until 2 days before the
Okay,
wedding.
but you could always return the outfit. Just buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I know this.
So
I'm telling you, they're all morons.
One day before the wedding. One day before the wedding.
So clearly you can't get anything tailored or altered.
Nothing. We're just he's getting Gap pants. Okay?
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
One day before the wedding, she gets a mani-pedi with her mom and her sister, and her sister doesn't know that she's pregnant.
Her sister, I can't believe how ugly she is compared to Kalani.
It's her underbite.
Okay, she's a bulldog too.
Yeah.
She has a bulldog underbite.
So
I think
Nicole, who are you?
I don't know. I think that her sister's
I like
pretty.
the freckles. I'll give you that. I
she's
love
cute.
freckles.
It's her underbite. That's all it is.
I think it's her bitterness inside.
Okay,
I'm telling you, that
also,
makes
why
her
is
ugly.
she-
Her soul.
Yeah.
Everything that Kaylani does, she has to take so personally.
Yeah.
And now here's the thing. I understand why Kaylani lies to her now.
So do I.
Yeah.
Because she's so overbearing. So she says that she can't drink at the bachelor party. But why are you doing in real life the bachelorette party the night before the wedding?
Yeah,
I feel like that's something you only do on like in movies. They do that.
They
Well,
don't do
because
that.
if you don't know if you're getting married until 2 days before, do you have a whole lot of options?
This is true.
Mine
This is
was
true.
2 weeks before my wedding.
Yeah, but a lot of people, it's like a month before. Like you don't do it the night
my
before.
wedding planner did hers 4 months before her wedding. Isn't that weird?
That is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
It's a little, but no, I mean, I get it. It's like
No,
kind
but
of like
I would want to be well before.
It's whenever you guys
yeah.
all have time to
Sure.
do something. So I get it. But like the night before the wedding, what are you going to go binge drinking? You're going to go hard?
Yeah, I don't know. And she's like, are we going to have a beverage?
No.
And then, first of all, when your sister says no, like, you know something's wrong right there.
Sure. This is all staged as well. So that's another reason why
You
she
know,
knows.
I never thought things were so staged until recently.
Yeah.
And I've been
It's getting
watching
worse
a
and
lot
worse.
more Teen Mom, a lot more 90 Day, just a lot more reality
Yeah.
TV. And I'm noticing more and more how staged
And I'll tell
things
you
are.
why
Yeah.
we think that too. When we first watched Teen Mom, all of us, right? It was 10 years ago. The social media was not what it is now. And we did not know. When we found out that someone was pregnant on a show, we found out for the first time on that show.
Yeah.
Now everything is spoilers. We know everything that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different.
Takes all the fun out
It
of it.
does take a lot of the fun out of it.
It really does.
And it's very sad. So now we're talking about what Kaylani loves about us.
Oh my God. This was probably my favorite part of their segment.
I mean, like, come on. What's the sexiest part about him?
And
the blank face.
Because there's nothing sexy about him. He's a
Absolutely
man-child.
Nicole
not.
likes his
No.
knee tattoos.
He's,
I mean,
he is a man-child.
She likes his penis.
Right. Cool.
That's what she
but
says.
I don't even know if she actually does.
she
Or she
doesn't.
just said that because
Well,
she
it was
didn't
a
know what else
huge
to
blown
say.
up like
Right.
prop in her
She's
face
like,
that she was
I
like,
like-
I guess this.
I like his penis. Penis is the answer.
Right.
And then I love the fact that she's like, well, what else could there be?
Meanwhile,
It was
penis
like-
is like the last thing I think that's sexy about my husband.
What do you think
come
that's sexy
on.
about your husband, Noelle?
I really like his structure, his jawline, his
Okay.
shoulders. Like you see him like without a shirt, not like, oh my God, 6-pack, just like his bone
Right.
structure.
He's
I
like
love it.
he's a broad man.
Yes, I love it.
The manliness about
Yep,
it.
like his back, like when you see him from behind, he's got like the line down his
Right.
back. It's sexy.
He's like a Rhodesian Ridgeback dog.
Yeah, okay, sure.
There's so much that you could say even outside of like the physical stuff, just like
Right, the way
how
he
much
treats
he
me.
loves me.
Yeah.
There's so much, and she's like, I don't know what else would there be.
Well, I mean, what
It's
you gonna
just
say? His tribe dance?
Yeah,
You know?
I know.
I like the way he embarrasses me at the airport.
Right.
I like the way he never wears shoes, and he's definitely going to get a disease via feet.
Yeah,
I love the way he doesn't know how to hold our child.
I was going to say, I love how irresponsible he is with our offspring.
She takes her sister aside and she tells her sister she's pregnant, and her sister cries
and blames Asuelo, of course.
Every tear. Like she told her she was going away to war.
It's like she told her kid died. Yeah.
She cried and cried and cried. And then her sister says, this is a quote, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah, you don't even have to.
You don't have to. You don't even have to get morning sickness.
Nope.
Like nothing.
This is all me.
Right.
She said it's always something. And her sister said she just accepted them being together and getting married. And now this.
It's like, fuck off.
Yeah. You could say that out loud.
She feels like
I feel bad cursing.
Why? You
I
could
feel like
curse.
your mom listens.
That's fine.
I love you, Fran.
You can curse.
But yeah, like fuck off.
Yeah.
You know?
I just feel like she takes it as that was something done vindictively,
it's like a
so he
attack.
could
Yep.
because he wants to stay in the country and he knows that Kalani's teetering on.
Enough.
No, he is
If
really
you think that
something
this guy's
else.
a mastermind,
Right.
He is something
that he's
else.
planning these pregnancies, he's planning these. Like, come on, he's like, I don't know. I live in the forest, and when we
Right.
live in the forest, we have all the babies.
Right,
know,
and then we
I
eat pineapple for breakfast.
I can't.
I climb and get coconut.
Right.
You know.
No. So, do you guys have anything else on Kehlani and Asuelo?
No. The last thing I wrote was like, are we missing something? Is there something we don't know about him for the family to hate him this much?
No, I just think that they're like protective over their daughter.
I think they're racist.
They are racist
against their own people.
Yeah.
They're racist against their own people.
That's really what it is.
I saw on Reddit somebody put up a picture of their dad and Uncle Phil from the Fresh Prince because they're wearing the same outfit. I'm going to
hilarious.
post
Oh
it in the
my
group.
God,
It's
that's
so
so
funny.
Please do, guys. If you want to join our group on Facebook, it's called 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk Podcast. Come over, discuss with us. We have so much fun. You could also follow us on Instagram at 90 Day Podcast, and make sure you're following our friend John Yates at John YATES 327. He has all of the tea. He dishes all of the dirt. He knows it first, so definitely do that. Let's move on to John and Fernanda. There's not much on them in this episode.
I have 2 sentences. Right.
Really angry. But
I
I
feel
gotta
like
tell
I
you-
wrote like a paragraph.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
No, there's not much.
I was probably just me gushing about how much I love Fernanda. Like I would marry Fernanda.
No, I love her. She's
love
great.
her.
I loved her. I love her. I guess it's just current events.
Right.
that
So
I don't
that's,
love
I
about
haven't,
her.
I'm
That's
actually
my
not
problem.
caught up right now. So
Yeah.
I know that she kind of went crazy on the
She's
tell-all.
like a bitch.
We're gonna see that
Yep.
unfold. I actually haven't seen
Yeah.
it yet, but I've seen a lot on social media about that.
It upsets me. Just the things I've seen on social media in
Yeah.
life, like just like gossip, and it's like I liked her so much.
Sure.
I don't want to not like her.
Yeah, no,
I
I
like
totally
him
understand.
a lot in a
He's hot.
very attractive way. He
Go ahead,
is
Noelle,
so
say
friggin'
what-
hot.
He's beautiful.
man.
Would you leave your husband for him?
No, but I would get like knocked up by him, like, and have like green-eyed babies.
Like
with
I'd get
him.
knocked up
Wait,
by
so
him
you
and
would-
force my husband to leave me.
Would you get knocked up by him and then you would try to pass it off as your husband's babies? Or you would force your husband to raise them as his own?
Probably force my
Okay.
husband to raise them as
Cool.
his
So you're going to
own.
be honest. That's really commendable.
I'm an honest kind of girl.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
So Jonathan and Fernanda, there's more to their fight than what we know. I know that.
There has to be more
Right.
because they're fighting over him coming in 45 minutes.
No, but that's not
late.
really what it can't be.
No,
No.
but honestly, she wailed about this. Like,
Right, but we don't know what it's really about.
Yeah. No, you know what I think it just really is? I think that she's kind of like she's one of the ones that I believe is really here because she loves him.
Agreed.
I don't think it's about being in the country
I
at
don't think so
all.
either.
Right.
I think she misses her family and her friends and her support system terribly. She hasn't made friends here yet. And if you notice in that episode, he said, I just worked 14 hours.
Yeah.
I can't grab a drink with my friends. So I think to her, it's like, you're the only thing I have here and I've been alone for 14 hours. So I think as soon as she makes friends and has somebody else
Right.
to occupy her.
yeah, but I
besides
also
that,
think she's controlling and jealous.
She's 19.
Right, but also word on the street is her dad lives in the United States.
That's
and
really
she has
interesting.
applied for a visa to live in the United
I
States,
did see
having
that.
nothing
Yes.
to do
Oh.
with Jonathan.
And she got denied.
So I'm just not 100%.
Right. So there's a lot
Right.
of twists and turns here.
Right.
So she writes him a letter, which was
Weird.
yeah, but
Right?
I guess she couldn't really collect her thoughts. Also, we have to build up the drama here. Like, what do they really
guess.
have? The producers are encouraging this behavior 100%.
It does seem like they really do genuinely love each other.
Yeah, so she apologizes, and she feels like she's alone. And
I like the way that he is so like, he just wants to make her happy.
Yeah, he's very kind to
and
her.
he like holds her and kisses her head and just really reassures
He's kind.
her.
He's very kind
so
to her.
And you can tell that he is not kind. Like, I don't think in his past relationships he's been this guy.
And I think
Definitely not.
that
He's
they've
that guy.
alluded to
He
that
is
and
that
everything.
guy.
That like this is kind of
new for him.
It's really he's sweet with her. I like it a lot.
I do just have to say though, just to like, I always have to remind myself that Fernanda's 19 years old.
She's 19,
You think about at 19 years old, the maturity level to say some of the things that she said in that note. Like, when she said to the camera afterwards, like, I don't feel like apologizing means you lose the fight because if he wins, I win.
Right.
I'm like, at 19?
I know.
No, it was cute. She I think that she struggled in her life with her family in Mexico.
Yeah, and I mean, apparently this has been going on with them for a long time.
Yeah.
You know? So,
well,
I wish them the best.
Yeah. I'm pulling for them.
Ashley and Jay.
Okay.
So it's their wedding day.
Yep.
They're eloping.
His outfit with the glitter bow tie.
I loved it.
I mean, it was silly. It was Las Vegas.
I mean, I
Who
guess they're in
cares?
Vegas. So the hair and makeup people come to the hotel and they start talking to her because, again, the makeup artist is the only people that we have to confide in.
But why couldn't they bring people with them? She's like, I don't want to be alone here. And it's like, you couldn't bring one of your friends?
Because they were eloping. So I guess it's like if you bring one friend, you bring all the friends.
Yeah, bring a friend.
Well, guess what? Spoiler alert. If you're looking on social media, Natalie was at the wedding. There's some kind of very weird conspiracy.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, so there's a weird
I didn't know this
conspiracy.
either.
Apparently Natalie was there. There's a picture of everyone at the Las Vegas sign, and I think it's 4 couples. Natalie got engaged that night. Her fiance, her boyfriend proposed to her that night in Vegas. There's some people saying that it was staged, that they're really just friends. And then there's some people saying that Natalie was there because she was trying to stop the wedding.
Oh, I knew this, and they wouldn't let her.
Right, so that they
TLC
tried,
wouldn't let her
and
through.
they weren't sure if they could cut her out. So
why wouldn't TLC let her through? That would have been
surprising, right?
Yeah, that
'Cause
would
they
have been
love the
like
drama.
exactly.
So
But what's
there's
wrong with her?
guys, if you want more information, definitely follow John Yates for that, because that is like some juicy stuff. Natalie was spilling a lot of inside information to a lot of gossip sites.
But let me ask you a question. You're my best friend in the world.
Right.
If Matt and I didn't work, like if you didn't like Matt,
Yeah.
like which you didn't for a while,
Right.
that's fine. But like if you really wouldn't
I mean,
want us
I'm
to
not
get
married.
married, is that what you would act like? I would never do that to you.
No.
You think I would
No,
follow you to
the-
Vegas?
But here's the thing, like when you're friends with someone,
Right.
and you have a problem with their significant other, you have a discussion with them, you tell them your concerns, and then you
Yeah.
just have to support them.
But like the thing is, like to follow her to Vegas, like come on.
All right,
there's
well, let's-
something wrong with
But this
you.
is a TV show.
You know what?
But this is
that's
also
the
a TV
thing.
show.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing is that's what I think. I think it's outside of like the friendship and what she cares about being good for her friend. I think it's like, ooh, let me get myself on some
Yeah.
airtime.
Noelle, if you were on a TV show and I didn't want you to marry your husband, I'd fly to Vegas. I'd hire some fireworks outside.
I would laugh so
I
hard.
would dress in like a ridiculous outfit. I would drive my car through the window of the chapel. Yes!
You have no
Yes, I would
idea
do
how
all
bad I
these
wish I
things.
could actually witness this.
That's true,
I would do
though.
all of these things. So she's talking to the makeup artist and she's like, I've been engaged 5,000 times before this.
Right.
And she's like, oh, so you're a runaway bride.
Yeah.
Now, she's got roots for her wedding.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've ever
And
seen her with
severe
roots.
sun poisoning on her nose.
Oh, yeah. Well, she was probably laying by the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
But,
like, oof.
she came alone to the wedding, but she chose it.
Yeah, but that's what bothers me. You're complaining, but you chose it.
She chose it. She looks nice in her dress, but it's very Vegas. It's very
Okay,
showgirl.
She looks nice in her dress. It's not the most flattering dress.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the
Like,
best
she could've
taste,
done
though.
better.
Yeah, she could have done
She
better.
could have, but she doesn't have the best taste.
But I mean, does it really matter at that point? You're
No.
like getting
That's
married
true.
by Elvis in Vegas.
in
Sure.
the silliest ceremony ever, Tracey.
Oh
The next
my
time you
God.
marry me again.
do you want me to do that like that?
But actually, I'm thinking about the next time I get married will probably be to you.
That's true.
So we could probably have that
I
type
can't
of
wait until
ceremony.
I can't wait until that happens.
Can I be in the wedding party?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
can, why don't you
So
get
excited.
ordained and you can marry us?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Imagine. Do I have to dress as Elvis, or do
Yes.
I?
I mean, I would love that actually. If
You would be a
dressed
really
as
good Elvis.
Imagine.
Yeah.
You'd be adorable as Elvis. So he's wearing black sneakers, Jay. And he looks
with a neon green sock. I have to point that out. I could not see it when he put his.
You can't unsee some things.
No.
He looks so miserable.
Yeah.
Elvis marries them, right? The back of her dress. What do you think about it?
The back of the dress? I feel like I didn't notice the back of the dress.
Yeah, it was very flashy.
I also watched this at 4:00 this morning.
Oh, well.
It was very
I
open.
noticed his outfit. I noticed her outfit. I just felt like it was very Vegas, both of them.
Right.
They both could have done better, but if they would have gotten married in Mechanicsburg wearing
Sure.
this, it would have been
Right.
very
It'd be
silly.
silly.
Yeah.
She always looks miserable, though.
The puss on her face.
I
Always.
wrote in my notes, I've never seen two people look more miserable in a limo after
Agreed.
getting married.
Yeah. Well,
Agreed.
apparently, the word on the street is it's because Natalie infiltrated the wedding, and they weren't showing all of that. So we get home the next night,
and they break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Which they've never done on
Yeah.
the show before, which was pretty crazy.
It was fun. FaceTiming. Someone FaceTimes Jay at midnight, and Ashley starts speaking to the girl, and the girl says, I met him on Tinder. He said that he just moved here, and he said he was staying with family. Yeah, his wife.
Right.
That's the family that he was staying with. And he got so mad, he punched a hole in the wall.
We were supposed to meet up this weekend.
Right.
Here's
And
the thing. What was he doing?
Right.
Gaslighting.
of course.
You know what I mean? Like, I did something wrong, but I have to deflect that and make you think you did something wrong.
Of
and I have
course.
to punch the wall.
Sure.
I fucking hate men.
Right.
Oh, well.
And but
That disgusts me. I just see that in every relationship I've been in, every relationship my friends have been in.
Yes.
This is like the norm. This
Yeah.
is the way people really raise their children
It's
to
true.
treat women.
right. But you know what was so funny was like, what was his excuse? I was bored. You've
I was
been
bored.
married for
Fernanda's bored too.
You
She's not on
just-
Tinder.
Yeah, I doubt Fernanda's on Tinder.
Yeah, you just got back like from Vegas the day before.
Right.
And you're that like, I mean, come on.
He must have been so bored, though.
I mean, how bored? You know how bored I would have to be to go on Tinder
Oh
and
my
start
God.
talking
Well,
to people?
I'll tell you this: they keep zooming in on her boobs like inappropriately.
I know.
Yeah.
Why? To show her wedding ring or something?
I don't know.
No,
They're
I think
so
it's to show her boobs.
separate.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny because it's like when you really watch a show very like in depth and you see what the camera focuses on sometimes.
Yeah.
There was a scene back in Teen Mom where the girl Amber's feet were dirty.
Oh, they wouldn't
And they were
stop
sitting
showing it.
in a park, go
Yeah.
figure, having a conversation, and she was wearing sandals, and they wouldn't stop zooming in on her feet,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is like such a weird part of your body to zoom in on with a
Uh-huh.
conversation. So it's so funny how the camera people throw shade sometimes.
true.
Yep, it's true.
Hilarious. So he created the Tinder account the day he got home, and she went to Natalie's house as soon as she found out. And she's so upset because she's responsible for him financially for 10 years, no matter what happens.
Send him home. These girls have no balls.
And
Yeah,
that-
but no.
that's what I'm-
Here's the thing: you can't.
No, you
She
can.
can get
He
an
just
annulment.
can't come back.
She can get an
That's
annulment.
the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
you would
is
have
that,
to.
like,
Right, but you're responsible for them for 10 years.
Yeah, but then if she gets an annulment, he has to
Yeah.
go back to Jamaica. He just can't come back.
That's
to
the thing,
America.
Right.
But the thing
Oh,
is,
okay, I
like,
see.
then grow a pair and do it.
Right.
Like, you know what I
'Cause
mean?
She feels like
what
she
are we
doesn't want to
doing
do
here?
it until she's absolutely
Well-
positive, because if she does it, then he can't
come back.
But Danielle
Sure.
tried to do it with Muhammad, and she couldn't do it.
I don't know who that is.
Danielle, do you guys remember Danielle and Muhammad?
Yes, I remember that.
This was a few seasons ago. Danielle tried to do it with Muhammad. He was legitimately using her. He was very vocal about it. He would not kiss her. He would not have sex with her. And
Why'd she put
right,
up
even
with
at their
that?
wedding, right? Even when they said
Yeah.
their wedding vows,
He
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 wouldn't kiss her. He said, "I'm sorry. This is Ramadan. I can't really kiss during Ramadan."
Yeah.
Was she like gross?
Yes.
Okay. Was he gross?
No.
No, he
that's
was using her. He was
sad.
a young guy using her. Let's move on to my fave,
Oh God.
maybe yours, Colt and Larissa.
Oh, I knew we were
can't.
missing someone. They're my favorite.
Oh my God.
It's a car crash, and you can't look away.
They're hilarious.
They're very funny.
She is the funny. She went from my most hated to
Yeah,
my most
same.
loved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
9 days into the wedding.
Nicole's
we
like, I fucking hate her.
No. Like, I think she's like the epitome of like the crazy bitch on the show.
No.
No,
No,
way.
she's so much smarter than that.
No. but I'm just
She
saying
is
the
smart.
way that she like the way she starts fights, the way she overreacts.
Yeah.
But I like.
But she does it on purpose.
She
though.
makes
Yes.
me giggle because she says things that, like through a giggle.
You know what's so funny?
No,
so
I will tell you-
She'll be like, Colt's so sexy. She knows
Right.
it's silly. You know?
So every time she says something, even when it's crazy, she's kind of like winking at the camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I think she's so funny.
Agreed.
Go ahead.
No, if I hate one of them, it's Colt. I can't
Yeah.
stand him.
Yeah, of
I
course.
can't stand
He's
him.
awful.
He is very strangely
The
shaped.
way that, oh my God, I know.
I can't. When they were throwing out the garbage. I'm
Okay, so
looking at him and
we
I'm like,
we see them 9 days into the wedding, and they are having a family trash taking out.
Right.
And Deb and Larissa apparently have not spoken since the barbecue, which was weeks ago.
Right.
But they're gonna make pizza, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I would like to be. I'd like to be
Colty
involved
thinks
in
that sounds delicious.
It does.
I think it sounds delicious.
I just can't handle the way he speaks. Like, he's always got like one eyebrow raised.
He's condescending.
And it's like this. Yeah, I cannot stand it. I just want to like reach into my television and punch him.
He's very condescending.
Very condescending.
He's very. I don't like the way he's like irrational, crazy, this, that. If somebody has any type of reaction that he doesn't agree with, they're automatically irrational and crazy.
Right.
And it's like, what would you think of me? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'll set your house on fire.
No, I
You know what
totally
I
agree.
mean? And that's what makes me crazier.
Yep.
Yep.
I agree with you. So the counter is so cluttered.
Oh my God. So much bread. They
There's
have
so-
some-
well,
I thought that they were doing low carb. You remember she was making cauliflower
but they
hash?
had-
Yeah,
but
I
not
know.
even that. They had white bread.
Yeah, that's really very.
Yeah,
no,
they had
guys.
a lot
No,
of bread.
guys. 9 days before the wedding, we do not need to be having white bread in the house.
But
Deb wants Larissa's apology,
Yeah.
and Deb whispers, "Did you?
she's a bitch.
Yeah.
She's a bitch."
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Deb, she hates Larissa, but I don't think she genuinely.
I don't know if she genuinely
I
does.
think
I've been
that
looking at her social media, and she writes really nice things about Larissa.
Does she?
Yes.
I haven't seen her social media, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. I didn't even know she had it.
Well,
course.
I like because Deb made a comment. I don't think it was in this episode. I think it was in like a previous one that she was like, "I never thought that Colt would get married," and it's like, yeah, anyone that looks at him and he
Yeah.
doesn't talk never thinks
Us
he's gonna
either,
get
Deb.
married.
Us either. Her eyebrows are so far apart.
I
Now
know.
I want to
They're
talk about this.
frowns.
But here's the thing. So now I don't know what it's like in other states, but here in New York, you're supposed to at least one car lane between you and the other car, right?
Right.
Do you think in Vegas you have to leave like at least 3 eyebrow spaces apart from the other eyebrow?
Maybe.
I
Because
mean,
they are
it probably
very.
is supposed to start like mid-eye.
If one eyebrow stops short, okay,
Right.
the other eyebrow her eyebrows would not hit each other at
No.
all.
Never.
They would have enough time, even if the back eyebrow was going like 80 on the freeway.
They're
And
so
texting.
far apart.
And
And texting.
That eyebrow could slam on the brakes and still be very clear of the other eyebrow.
That's funny.
Oh my God.
Mani petty time for Deb and Larissa.
Nice moment.
Larissa's gonna get glittery Frenchie, and Deb's gonna get pinky.
Uh-huh.
And then Larissa does what Larissa does.
Yeah.
What?
The fake apology.
Yeah.
I get it, but what was nice was she tells her like they'll all live together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
wasn't
actually
expecting
shocked
that.
You
me.
live
Yeah.
with me.
No,
Right,
you
and then
live
she
in the
was just
same
like, "It's
house."
okay." Like she gets it now.
Right.
Like she's stuck with her, and you just accept it.
Sure. Put her in the basement.
Yeah, you know, she's not so bad to have around. When you don't want to deal with Colt, go hang out with his mom.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
I'd rather hang out
My
with Deb.
Me too.
favorite like part of that awkwardness was when they were talking about how they don't get along. And the nail lady before the apology from Larissa,
Right.
the nail lady kind of like was like, my mother-in-law was mean to me once and then she took me to dinner. And Debbie was kind of like, oh, did you? Like, it was
Like she was
kind
like,
of
I better not have to take her to that very expensive Brazilian
I know.
steakhouse.
It's true. Somebody actually sent me a message the other day, and they're like, "I wish I had a mother-in-law that would buy me a green velvet blazer like yours."
Yeah. So
They're like, my mother-in-law is the best.
if you guys don't know what Noelle's talking about, she spoke about this on our other podcast,
That's right, I did.
Teen Mom Trash Talk. So guys, if you watch Teen Mom, definitely check that out. You could find Noelle at Noe_bear810 on Instagram and Noe Girl on Twitter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tracey.
You can find me at Trixie Tuzini, TRIXIE TUZZINI on Instagram and Twitter. And don't forget to follow at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and join our group, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. Nicole, do you want to share your Instagram?
Oh my God, sure. I'm at Nicole, Nicole _DiNonno is my last name. Kind of weird, I know. DINONNO. And my Twitter is at Nikki NIKKI star NYC.
So you're a porn star on Twitter.
Pretty much.
I made that up when I was like 15 years old, and I kept it, and that's everybody's reaction to
That's
it.
amazing.
It's cute.
I'm hanging on to
there
it.
There was a little person that I went to high school and junior high school with, and she was a porn actress. I don't like to say star. And she her name was Nicole Star. That was her porn actress name. Star. So guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll be back next week. We'll be catching up so soon. And then what?
And then what?
I don't know. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.